Okay, so today we're going to go ahead and learn how to go ahead and put power in your strikes. And basically there's a lot to it in order to go ahead and put power in the strike. For example, I'm just going to go ahead and would use the punch as one of the strikes right here. How do you put power into that strike right there? There's a lot of muscles that are used and a way that is used basically to go ahead and put a full power in a strike. And there's a lot involved to it. We're going to go ahead and just do it with Waza 1 so I can go ahead and explain how that strike is done and how to get power into that strike itself. All right, the first one is basically the heel. When you're doing this, when you go ahead and put power on one of your strikes like this, one of the body body parts is that you use in order to get power in there is your heel, and that is basically pushing off your heel. So we're gonna go ahead and just do the exercise just to go ahead and practice it and follow along, right? Pushing off with the heel. We're gonna lift the heel just a little bit off the ground, maybe a quarter an inch, or even if it's half an inch, it's okay. Basically, so you can go ahead and push and practice using those muscles for the strike that we're going to go ahead and apply later. So let's go ahead and do 7. Ready? Pushing off the heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. The next one we're going to go ahead and use is using these muscles over here, and we're going to go ahead and be pushing off those muscles there. The upper from the knee up, those muscles right there, as well as the muscles from the knee towards your heel, right? So we're going to go ahead and do that, pushing using the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alrighty. The next muscles that we're going to go ahead and use are basically the ones when using your hip actually. So from the hip, that is also used in order to get a lot of power in your strike. By the hip, we're going to go ahead and we're doing like this. Bam, turning your hip into your strike as well. So ready? We'll do 7 of those. Just turning that hip. And 1, good. 2, good. 3, good. 4, good. 5, good. 6, 7. Good. We got the heel, we got basically the leg muscles. Now we're using the hip. Next is basically using your your body weight. All right. So for the body weight, we're going to be pushing up 1 like this. I weigh about 170 pounds. If I'm going to go ahead and put power in one of the strikes, I want to use that 170 pounds in order to go ahead and put it behind my strike before my punch, in order to go ahead and do the most impact. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just be using we're going to use basically from our center, we're pushing with our one body. 1, this way. 2, this way. 3, this way. 4, 8, 6, 7. All right. So far, the heel, leg muscles, the hip, our body weight. Next is going to go ahead and use our shoulder. For a strike, like I said, for a punch, for example, was a 1 blocking inside block and then the punch, you use your shoulder to those muscles there to put power into it. All right. So and just going to go ahead and practice the shoulder, practice moving the shoulders. One of the boxers, or not boxer, I think it's the what do you call it, MMA champion. I can't think of his name right now, but basically he used on his last fight, he grabbed the opponent and he actually used his shoulder to break the guy's nose in his last fight. I can't think of the name of the fighter. Anyways, but he used his shoulder and he hit the guy with his shoulder, and he went ahead and, I don't know, he broke his nose, but he ended up like getting a bloody nose. So it's also an important way to use in order to get power is using your shoulder. So for the shoulder, up to 7, 8, 1, good. 2, good. 3, good. 4, good. 5, legs. Body weight, 170 pounds. The hip, the shoulder, okay? Next is, when I was about, I think, 13 or 14 years old, my grandmaster, Bill Ryosaki, he would take me alone and sometimes to go ahead and do a exhibition, and it was basically me and him, and we would go ahead and go to like the Boy Scouts and go up on stage, and he would go ahead and demonstrate how Hawaiian Kenpo was used. And I remember one time he went ahead and he brought out a couple boards, and he didn't prepare me, he basically surprised me with this, but he put 2 boards and he told Gary, punch the boards. And I went ahead and I punched the boards, and I was like, my knuckles. He said, Gary, hit the boards. And I get again, and I'm like, oh man. And all these boys and scouts are watching me, plus their coach there. He said, go through it. Don't punch the boards. He goes, go through the boards. So basically, that's what we do. When we're going to put power in our strikes, you go ahead, like Wazas 1 block, hitting the ribs. You're not punching at the ribs and then coming back. You're punching through the ribs. Just like I'm breaking those boards right there, that's what I would do on a strike, to go ahead and hit the floating rib or the rib above that. But I'm going to go ahead and break through them. So that's also part of how you get the power, is going through those boards, breaking them. And the third time when he told me that, I went ahead and went through the boards, and it felt good to hear those boards snap. So that's also part of how you get your power in there. All right. The next thing is basically for this one here is your arm. So since we're doing the punch, what you want to go ahead and do is throw the strike. I'll do it this way so you can see. Throw the strike in full speed as far as you can, but relax your muscles for now, okay? And just go as far as you can and then come back. Just light, everything light, your fingers light, everything light. So we'll do 7 of those. Ready? 1, here you go. 2, here you go. 3, there you go. 4, there you go. 5, there you go. Kind of think of it as this, a whip. Like some of my mom used to go ahead and do the snap her fingers. She would go like this. And she can hear the fingers snapping each other. So basically on the strike, for this example, we're going to be doing for Wazas 1 is a punch. That's what we're doing. Your hand is basically, you become the whip. And it just snaps and comes right back. No power, everything loose, but you do have a lot of speed. So let's go ahead, we got 2 more. Ready? 6, good. 7, good. All right. So the next thing is basically here's where it gets good. When we're going to go ahead and do that block, we're going to do the block, and then we're going to do that punch. We're just working on the strike right now. On that punch itself right there, when we do that strike, what we're going to do is we're going to tighten up the muscles that we pushed out, the muscles that we hit, the muscles with the shoulder, the muscles that are with our stomach, the muscles that are pushing. All those muscles are going to go ahead and tighten upon the moment of strike, and it's going to be tightened, and you're tightening everything up and just putting your weight into it, so you're applying that power into it. Everything tightens up. So let's go ahead and try it, and tightening up the whole body, your legs, your stomach, your chest, everything tightens up on the moment of contact right there. So let's try it out. Ready? Tighten it up, relax. Tighten it up and relax. Tighten it up and relax. Tighten it up and relax. Everything tight. Tighten it up and relax. And we got about 5 there. 6. Tighten it up and relax. 7. Tighten it and relax. Very good. Sensei Bill used to go ahead, when he went in the class, he would do dynamic, he said. So we would do on one of the katas, dynamic. He's like the flower. And he would do dynamic, and we would tighten up our body. He would come by with a stick, and he'd be hitting our legs, our stomach, our arms. Sometimes when the punch was out, he would swing the stick, it was a bamboo stick, and he would go ahead and be hitting our muscles. and everything was there was tightened at that moment. So that is what we also use in order to get the full power on our strike. All right, the next is when we do the power of the strike, we tighten up the muscles already of the body. Go ahead and tighten up the muscles also, even of your face. So I know it doesn't look pretty, but it's all for in order to go ahead and develop the power. Ready? 2, back and relax. 3, tighten up, back and relax. 4, back and relax. 5, back and relax. 6, tighten it up, and tight, relax. 7, and relax. Good. So that is right now. Now we go ahead and combine everything together. So what you're doing on the strike is going to be now what we're going to go ahead and do on the strike. What are we going to go ahead and use for that punch? We got 45-degree angle. Somebody striking, trying to push me right here. If I'm against the wall or whatever the place is, they're trying to go ahead and push me here, reach out for me, try to punch me, try to like, grab me by the throat or whatever it's like that. So the Waz is basically telling you, you know what, just move out of this way. Basically somebody going ahead and reach out, or this I could actually reach out, just move out of my way, and actually say, you want to go that way? I can help you. I can take his arm and try push him that way. He's going to end up on the floor. But just for the practice though, we're going to go ahead and do what it is from Waza 1, which is from here, left 45, here, hands are up, and then from here to here is where you're going to go ahead and do the punch. Right there, you tighten up the punch. All right, and that's where you put all your power into. So that is basically how you put your full energy. And we also, the most important thing that we didn't cover was, what do you think we didn't cover? We covered the heel, we covered the leg muscles, we covered the hip, we covered the body, 170 pounds going forward with that strike. We covered the shoulder. We went ahead and covered speed, this whip, like a whip back and forth. We ended up covering basically how you tighten up everything on the moment of contact and you put your whole life into it, on the strike, on those wrists, going through the boards, breaking the boards. And we went ahead and tightened up even our muscles from our face, from that moment of contact only. So everything remains relaxed until that moment of when you do that strike and you're going through the boards, okay? So the last thing, which is the power comes from, is from here, your energy. So basically, when you put your energy, your chi, and you put your life, kind of like everything. I think of it like maybe, well, not a good example. I was going to say when a mother's having a child, she gives her life basically to have that child. Basically, when you're doing the strike, you're putting all your force and energy into that strike itself. So that would be with the chi right there. All right. So for now, we're going to go ahead and practice 7. Go ahead and you can go ahead and watch the video one more time. Do these steps, and we count to 7. Do like 3 sets of the 7 with the heels, 3 sets with the legs, 3 sets with the hip, 3 sets with the body weight, the shoulder, and everything else we covered it there. And then, of course, the dynamic, and then the chi and your life into that one strike, going through the boards, going through the ribs, right there. So we're going to go ahead and try it, and what we're going to go ahead and do it is basically one move, basically, right there, relax, okay? Let's go ahead and try again. We're going to go ahead and just do the block. His hand is back, and then from there, we're going to go ahead and just put the punch in the heel and the power. And you tighten it up, and then relax. Alrighty? So, here we go. We'll do 7 of those. And, ready? Hey, take it easy, you know what I'm saying? Right there. Okay? 2. And relax. And relax. And relax. And 1 with the key act. Ready? That is how you get the power, how you go through the boards, how you use your life energy and the full chi, all the muscles, the speed, everything comes together for going through those ribs on Waza 1. All right, see you next time. If you like it, hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. Thank you for your patience and waiting for me for the videos. Thank you to Grandmaster Barry Osaki, to all the senseis that have taught me when I was young. Appreciate it. Thank you for being on my YouTube channel. Please.